Team of North Texans just returned from a visit to border facilities in McAllen. They now have a more clear vision of what the task ahead is as they work to offer shelter here to some of the undocumented children. Fox 4's James Rose at DFW Airport. James, what's their reaction?
Well, I can tell you it was a very long day for Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins, Senator Royce West, and a Dallas pastor, Dr. Freddie Haynes. They all three went down to the border today to see firsthand just exactly what's going on down there. Now, Judge Jenkins and his team toured the detention facilities in McAllen, housing the thousands of unaccompanied migrant children from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Jenkins and others are working with the federal government to house some 2,000 of these children at 2, possibly even 3 facilities in Dallas County. Jenkins says no local taxpayer money would be used to house the children. He talked about what he found most disturbing about the touring of the facilities, especially the children being overcrowded in concrete cells. And after seeing all that, he's more convinced now than ever that Dallas County has to take a leadership role.
And hopefully by doing that, we can inspire others to step up and take some children. And then together, Texans can partner with the federal government and help end this humanitarian crisis. Whatever you think of immigration, these are little children.
Right.
And Texas doesn't turn its back on children.
It's a humanitarian crisis that deserves and calls for a humane response. To see the children there unaccompanied, suffering, traumatized as it were, and yet spirits as warm as can be, lets us know that we have to put a human face on this and respond in a way that reflects the values of a democratic society.
Now, 34,000 unaccompanied kids have been detained along the Texas border in the last 8 months. The commissioner of U.S. Customs and Border Protection said it was launching a $1 million media blitz on both sides of the border, highlighting the dangers children face riding the train known as the Beast through Mexico. It's called the Dangers Awareness Campaign. The aggressive Spanish language campaign will explain how children can be subjected to robbery, violence, sexual assault, and not to mention the harsh terrain. The children are being sent because they are fleeing drug, gang violence, and poverty, all in the hopes of getting amnesty or perhaps even citizenship. Jenkins may name at least 2 of the facilities as soon as tomorrow. The Department of Health and Human Services still has to sign off and approve those facilities. If all goes well, the first of these 2,000 children could start arriving here in Dallas County by the end of the month. Now, there are already some 35 charitable agencies in North Texas standing by, waiting in the wings, if you will, waiting to see what they can do to help out with this humanitarian mission. Clarice?
James, we've seen that Judge Jenkins is passionate about helping the children. What else did he say about his trip, and what did he say to you about what stood out to him the most?
Well, you know, what he told me is that these are really young children. Some are very young children, and what I think he said disturbed him most was when he went into a cell. It was a cell that would house maybe 4 to 5 men, and there were 30 kids lining the concrete floors in this cell. And, you know, many of them were injured, many of them were sick because of the journey, having traveled all through Central America. And, you know, he says he now knows more than ever that somebody has to do something, and he's willing to step up and working with the federal government to make a solution to this humanitarian crisis. And again, you know, what he's proposing is about 2,000 beds here in Dallas County, and they would be rotating beds because he says these kids wouldn't stay here more than 30 to 45 days as they get them reacquainted in foster care, etc. So, you know, that's kind of the big picture of what he's looking to do here in Dallas County.
James Rose reporting live tonight. Thank you.